It's time for a Humans in Tune conversation with Darren on 93.9 Mike FM.
Yes, indeed it is. Another Humans in Tune right here on the 93.9 Mike FM Facebook. Remember, kids, sharing is caring. Get the word out. I have Mr. Jeff Rawson in the studio today, and we're going to be talking about the Shipyard Music Festival coming up September 22nd and 23rd on the Century Casino grounds in downtown Cape. Tickets are on sale now at shipyardfest.com. You can pop in, meet the bands, and all that good stuff. But now we're going to meet Mr. Jeff, and we're going to talk Shipyard. How are you, sir?
Good, dude. How are you?
I am fantastic. I'm excited for Shipyard, man.
Me too.
It feels like it takes forever to September to get here, and then it's like, oh, crap, the summer's done. We got to get our tickets and get squared away. But
yeah, these last 3 weeks blow by.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. And I want to mention something, too. You know, the Shipyard Fest is 2 days. It's Friday evening, Saturday all day. Bring the family out. This is absolutely a family-friendly thing. My kids have been going every year since you started. They get fed with some amazing food. They hear some great bands and just have a great experience. I think for me personally, like as a guy who loves concerts and all that, this is a great way to break kids in for a live music experience.
Oh, yeah. Like this was... I haven't told many people that, but selfishly, this was kind of my way to get my kids into live shows,
yeah.
Right? And a festival environment that I felt safe taking them to, where I had a little control.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's still live mics and artists and all the things that happen, but it's still a great place to take kids. We got that kids area built out specifically for them.
Yeah.
It's safe and secure. Security's there. The kids can't get out. They kind of run feral the whole time, really. It's pretty.
That's right, yeah.
But the folks that run my kids area are not always thrilled with that, but it's great to be able to have those kids just running around there happy and having a great time.
Well, that's it. And like you said, yeah, it is. Everything's corralled. We got great security. They're taking care of things, and you can feel that confidence, that freedom to let your kids roam and experience it too.
For sure.
Yeah. So what we want to do today is we want to talk about, the lineup of the music. We want to talk about the food, the drinks, all the experiences, so forth. Kind of give you the Shipyard Digest, so to speak, today. Musically speaking, you've got a great band lineup for both days again this year. Headlining, let's dig right in on this. I'm going to get my website band up here. But Drew Holcomb and the Neighbors, and I got to say, I was unfamiliar with a lot of these guys. I think that's one of the fun things about Shipyard Fest, too, is we get to experience a lot of new music.
Absolutely.
But Drew Holcomb and the Neighbors, let's talk a little bit about these guys. Now, where'd you get the connection with these?
Sure. So, actually, Drew Holcomb runs a festival in Chattanooga called Moon River.
No kidding.
Yeah, and Moon River was one of those fests when we started this 5 years ago. Moon River was one of those shows that we're like, we want something like that. We have a similar layout to kind of scale, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the kind of lineup that he brings in, the folks that he's bringing in, the kind of family environment, the community environment, all the things that kind of come with that show, really was something we modeled that after like 4 or 5 different shows. Parts of Shipyard came from Moon River. I've seen Holcomb play a couple times. He's got this stuff with Magnolia Records and all the things he's doing with Johnny Swim and all these different bands, and was exposed to him years ago and just kind of have loved his stuff. Originally from Memphis, Memphis kid. New album out, just a month or 2 ago. And it's somebody I've been wanting to get Drew down here for 3 years now.
I gotcha.
So we finally were able to make the schedules work and make everything connect that we could bring him down. So really excited about that one.
That's awesome. Yeah, see, this is the fun part about having Jeff in here is like, yeah, I listened to the Shipyard Spotify playlist, and I think they're really good. That would be Darren's analysis. But, and speaking of that, too, I would encourage you guys, if you use Spotify, to pop over and grab that Shipyard playlist for this year. That's a great way to kind of introduce yourself to the bands, and they kind of hand-selected, 4, 5, 6 songs from each of the groups on there that have got that going. The infamous String Dusters.
Yeah, these guys are crazy, right? These are, they're in Nashville now, I believe, and, I've been playing the big touring festival circuit for years. Red Rocks, Bonnaroo, you're going to see them at all those places. Grammy Award winners, which is really exciting. We got some Grammy Award winners on stage at Shipyard this year.
Heck yes.
Just incredible, that bringing that bluegrass vibe, bringing all the strings, and it'll be a lot of fun on Friday night.
Yeah. Friday night last year was epic. You think we'll top it this year?
I'm really excited for Friday night. I think it's we've got Southern Avenue coming back, which was killer 2 years ago. So they're going to play right before String Dusters. we've got some friends that are going to play on that Scout Session stage. I think Friday night's going to be big.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, you mentioned Southern Avenue. They were here a couple of years ago. One of my personal favorites for sure. They are monsters, and these girls get up on stage and they just own it, man. I love watching them.
It's one of my favorite live performances that's ever happened at Shipyard.
Yeah.
And people have been asking, can you bring these guys back? And this year it worked out. They're able to come through, also from Memphis, Tennessee
Right.
group. But yeah, they just owned the stage last year, and expecting big things. I think lead singer, she was like 9 months pregnant when she was on the stage.
Yes.
If you remember right, a couple
Yeah.
couple years ago.
That's right.
And just killed it, which was super exciting. So yeah, we're really stoked to have them back on Friday.
Yeah. Maybe she'll have the kid up there playing the tambourine or something.
I wouldn't doubt
Never
it.
know.
Yeah.
And they're not the only returners, right? We've got some other repeat offenders.
Yeah, bringing the family from Dawson Hollow back. They've played the show, I think, more than anyone. They're a fan favorite every year.
Yeah, for sure.
Missouri kids, I got to hang out with them again down in Austin a while back.
Oh, cool.
They were down and played at South by. We got to go check out a show with them, which was really cool.
Nice.
So yeah, bringing them back. They've been playing all over, and they'll be kind of headlining that session stage on Friday.
Nice. And that's, when he mentions the session stage and the main stage, basically we've got two stages set up at Shipyard, and that's to provide you with, essentially not nonstop, but real close to it music. And so as soon as a band's done on the big stage, then we pop over to the session stage. Musicians play right there while they're swapping gear, and you don't have to stand there and watch roadies do their thing. You can just turn right around and jam out to the second stage.
Yeah, right. I mean, after you give the introduction, is Burgess MC for that stage, which
boom,
is
boom,
fantastic.
boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, we keep that flow going, to give the folks what they need, and that's just a bunch of music, a great variety of music. Seratones, without going too far ahead of it, Seratones are new to the festival. Let's talk a little bit about them.
Yeah, for sure. The Seratones, these they're from down in Mississippi. They have a background in punk and rock and R&B, and it's just like this crazy mix. It seems like every album they bring out, they have a new sound and something interesting they bring to the table. So, lead singer AJ, just killer range. She's a lot of fun. Just owns that stage the whole time.
Yeah.
It's a 3-piece, but they make a lot of noise, and they're really exciting.
Yeah, big sound, and that's going to be exciting. Willie Carlisle, next on our list here. Willie, he looks like Americana. Like, he looks like he fits the red dirt Americana kind of folk jam country mix of stuff. And that's your first impression when you look at Willie Carlisle, musically, though.
Yeah, just, I think a lot of times you hear he's the folk singer for the people.
Yeah.
Big lyrics, big songs, big energy. This guy has a massive personality, a lot of fun. Plays, I think, just about any string thing you can put in his hand.
Right.
So you're going to see him play banjo and guitar, and probably play the mandolin and the cowbones he plays at some point. Like the guy, a squeeze box, he does everything on stage. Love his lyrics, love his songs. Expect a lot of sing-alongs when Willie's on stage too. He gets the crowd really into it. I saw one of the last fests that he was at. He led a square dance at some point during the show. So he's one of the acts I'm most excited to see on Saturday.
Yeah, I remember learning to square dance in 4-H camp. We had to do that when we were kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was probably
I learned what a
grade.
promenade was at like age 8. I'm so proud of myself. But yeah, that's exciting. The local Honeys. Let's
Out of
talk a little bit about
Kentucky,
that. Kentucky girls.
Kentucky girls, and then just the, true storytellers. You're going to hear a lot of that Appalachian sound, a lot of those great stories, make you laugh, break your heart, do all those things in the course of their set. And just incredible range, great musicians, just really excited for them. I guess I'm excited for everyone. I'm going to say that every single time.
By default, we're excited for everyone. I think what's key, too, is it's not just, all this, great music, great variety of music, tonality, whatever. But lyrically, you just bring some great songwriters. And Shipyard is the perfect venue to just hang in your lawn chair and listen and hang on a bench and have a beer and actually listen and consume the lyrics to the song and listen to what they're saying, listen to the story, listen to the heartbreak, listen to the joy.
I feel like that really, number one, it brings people together when you're in that space and you're hearing these great stories, and there's a connective quality to that that's really interesting. And then afterwards, I hope that you're like, I got to check that band out now. And you're listening to these guys after, and we hear that all the time. People come to Shipyard, they discover a new band that they hadn't met before, and then you know, that's on their playlist from now on, which is always really gratifying to us.
And it's fortunate, too. You guys provide a space for them. You know, they bring their merchandise in. If they got, like we mentioned, the Seratone's got a new record out. You know, if they've got a new album or they've got T-shirts, all that kind of stuff, they bring it. They set it up. You guys are able to buy any of that stuff on site. And then, like you said, keep pursuing them after the fact.
Absolutely.
So, we've talked about Dawson Hollow. Axe and the Hatchet Men. I don't have enough hair to be in this band. Every one of these dudes has got just a great head of hair. It's fantastic stuff. But what a name, Axe and the Hatchet.
Yeah, and if you want to talk about a group that like looks like they're having a good time when they're playing, this is the group. These guys are it's a party all the time with them. Out of Chicago, I believe.
Okay.
They're going to bring, it's lots of guitar. It's a 3-guitar lead group. It's going to be your rock, jump around, have a good time, feel good band. We had when they first came across the wire, it was like, what are these guys going to be, right? You see that name, and then you listen to some of those tracks, and it's just it's a great time all the way through.
Well, it was like, to me, it's almost like the some of the older bands in the '60s, you know, kind of that vibe. Something and the Somethings,
right?
You know, Bob Marley and the Wailers. Definitely not right.
Close.
It's really close.
Yeah, so Axel is the lead singer.
Right.
So, of course, Axel's the lead singer of this rock band, and then Axe and the Hatchet Man. I don't know where the rest of that comes from. But yeah, they'll be a lot of fun. I think even their bio always opens with, like, Axe and the Hatchet Men like to party. So that's the first thing you're expecting when they get there. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. You know, and some people will be like, people might think, oh, there's a lot of folk artists, and so I don't know if it's going to have enough energy for me. Trust me, you will have so much energy.
Oh yeah,
you will be tired going to the Shipyard Music Festival. We're going to wear you out.
Do our best.
Yes, exactly. National Park Radio, they're coming through. Are they now? When are they playing?
So they'll play Friday night.
Okay, that's
if I remember correctly. It's a husband and wife group.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they're coming to Shipyard and then driving directly to the coast for family vacation.
Oh, nice.
Like, this was hey guys, please come and play. And he's like, we got vacation. You know, I don't think I can talk her into it. So they put that in their vacation route. They're going to make a stop in Missouri before heading down south.
That's awesome.
We met them. We did a scout session with them. Sean Wood brought them in for one of the KG Rocks house shows. And just delightful people. A lot of fun. You just don't believe that much sound comes out of two people. They just... a lot of fun to hang out with, genuinely beautiful, good people that write really great feel-good songs. Like, you're going to walk away from that set feeling better, guaranteed.
Well, you talk about them being genuinely good people. I think that's one of the things I remembered, you know, in the past, too, is the bands, you know, and some of them, they, like you said, they have to get on the road right after the show, or they've got a tour show the next day they got to get to. But a lot of the times the bands will just come out, hang out at the festival, watch the other bands. You can go up and talk to you know, the Seratones and say, hey, I really loved your set. Thanks, man. And you can sit there and chat with them, because guess what? They're human, too. Yeah. It's amazing.
And they love to interact. They love to meet the folks out there that are having a good time. And that's something that I think Cape Girardeau and Shipyard have built a reputation over the past 4 years, is these artists now know I'm going to be taken care of when I come to Cape.
Yeah.
People are going to be friendly, and they're excited about the music. They're excited about the show. Whether they know me or not, they're going to want to shake hands and talk afterwards, and that's something I'm really proud of, our team's really proud of, and hopes to continue to build for our area, is that reputation that we're good for music, we're good for musicians. Yeah. That's really exciting. That
is really exciting, especially with, you know, now the Scout Hall being open and being able to do shows there. We've got one coming in. It's the Shipyard Kickoff that's going to be happening before. We're going to talk a little more about it in a minute, but Maggie Rose, who was a headliner at Shipyard last year, she's going to be coming playing that show at Scout Hall on the 16th.
Yeah, the weekend before, a big kickoff party for Shipyard.
And when you mentioned, you know, being a good spot for music, I mean, she powered up a testimonial right there on the Facebook page when a guy commented, hey, Cape's only an hour and a half away. I didn't know they had a festival. And she right away said, they have a beautiful festival. Cape Girardeau's awesome, you know. So it's really cool to see somebody that had a one-time experience here just spin around and go, I'm back, baby, let's go.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping to continue to build on. I mean, that's for our area, for like just regionally, for you know, the first year of Shipyard, I think I told you, we had so many people from St. Louis that kind of helped us build the show, really. That showed up and traveled for the show and now come back annually. Folks out of Memphis, people out of Kentucky, like, we're starting to build that broader regional group that comes in just for this show.
Exactly. So let's talk about In the Pines.
Yeah, so these guys are hard to describe, really, right? There's some psychedelia, there's some prog rock, there's some blues in there.
It's you kind of want to go, it's a little mathy, but it's not mathy. I think it's music for creative people too.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They are the ones that I'm throwing on a lot when I'm working, and I go through the playlist. I have that playing in my headphones through the day, and I get to them, I'm like, let's go deeper into that, and I kind of put that on the whole time. And then they're out of Cincinnati, is where they'll be coming from for the show. So they were an ad. I think we tried to get them in last year too, but got them on this year. I think they're playing the Saturday main stage.
I gotcha. Feel, not the feels, or feeler. It's just Feel. Let's talk a little bit about Feel.
So Feel is these are your St. Louis boys coming in. So I think they've got a show coming up maybe next week. Maybe Old Rock House. I'm probably butchering that, but these guys are killer. You're gonna get that big rock sound out of these guys. That kind of '60s, big classic sound. Lots of guitars, great vocals. You'll see them. One of the last acts on the Scout Session stage on Saturday. Big energy is going to come out of these guys. That'll be a party.
And Sean Monday.
Have you met Sean?
I think I have. This is one of those moments where I'm fizzling because I saw the name and I was like, man, I know I have a connection, and I can't think of why.
So he is from Springfield.
Yeah.
We had him. He's played down here like at Ebb and Flow a time or two. We caught him. He was on the way through town going to Nashville to play a show. Called him that morning and said, "You want to shoot a Scout session?" And he stopped off. We recorded one at Rose Theater on campus. One guy and a bass guitar, and you think like, okay, right? And then he just is 100% soul comes out of this dude, and it is incredible.
Yeah.
Been listening to him, pretty solid for a year now. He's at the top of a lot of my playlists now.
Nice. Of Sea and Stone.
Of Sea and Stone, also a Scout session that we met. I think they've played in town a bit. They're from Columbia originally. I think they're living in St. Louis now. This is kind of your the Civil Wars, that kind of sound.
Yeah.
You're going to get great vocals, again, more great storytelling, just killer harmonies. Couple of people that are in love with each other and shows the entire time they're performing. We got to do a Scout session with them out at Old McKendree, out at the old chapel there. It was really fun.
That's cool. Yeah, that chapel. I never thought about recording out there. That's a great idea.
Yeah, there's no power, but it's power.
Bring your own batteries.
Not
right?
a lot, but it's the room sounded cool because it was just acoustic and then their vocals, which was really fun.
Yeah. The Scout sessions that you guys have done are amazing. I would suggest to anybody to go dig these up. I know, every year at Shipyard you've been able to, corral some of the artists to come back. And, last year you had them jumping across the street into that old house there on the corner, doing some recording. What's the best resource for somebody who says, I want to watch all these awesome Scout session recording sessions? Yeah,
on YouTube you can find us at the Scout Daily on YouTube, or go to our website, thescoutdaily.com, and you can find all those sessions.
There you go. And sign up for the Scout newsletter while you're there. Trust me, it's good content.
Yeah.
I encourage it. Jessie Schupbach is an amazing local artist.
That's right.
She was actually on the stage, but not as a main performer last year, playing along with Jason Heater, I believe, a little bit. But yeah, Jessie's going to be on the session stage. That's going to be awesome.
Yep, she'll be doing her thing up there. Hopefully you've seen Jessie around. If not, you should.
Yeah,
she's
no
a
kidding.
beautiful soul.
She is.
Writes incredible songs. And we're really excited to have her. We're actually shooting a Scout session with her really soon, probably ahead of the festival.
That's awesome.
She's excited to get some more local talent on the stage always.
Yeah, we've got some great local talent. It's great to see these musicians getting a chance to be showcased.
Absolutely.
In this way. And then the Jumper Cables. These guys look like they're trouble. When you look at their picture on the website, you're like,
Yeah, these are again local guys that have played around here. I mean, Steve is one of these classically trained guys that is way more talented than he's given credit for, because he's amazing. And then the fact that we have that talent living and teaching here, he teaches here, is something we really wanted to showcase. Always love seeing Steve play everything from, his solo kind of stuff out of the American Songbook to more jazzy, country, Cajun. It's all over the place, right? But just incredible musicians. These guys are going to tear it up on Saturday.
It'll be fun for sure. So, that's a glance at your artist, and we encourage you to go to shipyardfest.com. You can see the full artist lineup, and I would tell you to go click on somebody you want to know about, read their bio, get to know them, listen to their music, go stalk them on social media. They appreciate that. That's how you find out when they're playing the next time. We talked briefly about the kickoff party. It's September 16th at Scout Hall. Tickets are on sale now. Maggie Rose, and you've got some more local talent coming on for that one too, right? Jesse
Hammond will be on stage there for that show. So we actually had Maggie in town just a week ago. I think she came through, recorded some promo videos down in Scout Hall.
Nice.
With KFVS, and then we did some stuff we did a scout session with her, and I'm saying that like 100 times, but anytime we get these guys in town, we're going to shoot them because it's sitting in that room with her, she recorded a couple songs, and it just was the most gorgeous thing I've seen.
I just love how raw they are. Yeah. Any of them that I've watched is just, my affinity for Hounds and that trio of awesomeness. And those sessions you did with them in there was just like, I get goosebumps thinking about it.
You feel like you're in the room with them during those performances.
You guys do a great job of feeding my musical ear. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, but Maggie called, wanted to come back to town, and we were excited to have her back, and realizing that was going to align pretty close to Shipyard, we both decided let's just make a party out of it. So that's going to be our official kickoff to Shipyard, is that show Saturday the 16th, and we expect that one to sell out. It's moving pretty quickly, which is really, really fun.
And you can find ticket info on Facebook. Of course, you can catch the link there. What's the easiest way for them to grab tickets?
Quickly, thescouthall.com would be the fastest way. We've got the calendar of events there, and that'll lead you to the ticket link.
There you go, thescouthall.com. Grab your tickets for that. That will be a great way to get warmed up for Shipyard, which is the following weekend. And those tickets for the Shipyard Fest are on sale at shipyardfest.com. And, of course, we've talked music. Music is the heart and soul of the entire festival. That's why we're there, right, is to jam out and have some great tunes. But part of the experience is the food and the drink and everything else that's going on. You got a great lineup for food again this year.
Yeah, that's the heart and soul of the show for me, is the food, man.
That's it.
That's where it's at.
One would think it's mine, but see what you get, judgy people?
That's the exciting part for me is the we always talk about Shipyard as food and cheer and song. There's these three core elements, right?
Right,
and
it's in the logo.
Food is the first one that's on that list. So we have local folks that come out and set up food vending throughout the event. They serve kind of these, these abbreviated limited menus, which means you get 3 or 4 really good things. It's like, this is the best stuff not the best, but in our eyes, it's like, man, this is what they're known for. This is what you go for, right?
Signature items.
Exactly.
So
we've got Spec bringing the wood fire pizza out there. Have a little pizza oven out there cooking pizzas through the day. Sedona Bistro will be out there doing their thing. Love their sweet tea. That's my go-to there. That flavored tea. T-Ravs out of Jackson. That's a new addition this year.
They were at a lot of catfish games this year, and they've got some unique raviolis. They had a buffalo chicken, and they had a Reuben sandwich one that was stupid.
I have not had that one.
Oh, man. We'll see if they bring it to Shipyard.
I'll give them a call. We'll see.
But yeah, T-Ravs, good stuff.
Also new to the food lineup this year is Crepe Girardo, which we love Bell, and we love Crepe Girardo. I'm excited to have that there.
That was my breakfast Saturday morning at the farmer's
market. There you go.
Right there.
And then returning again, Mary Jane will be there again. Big fan favorite. And Fuel will have their street tacos, which is also a big fan favorite there at the fest.
Yep. I know something that some people swear that if they don't get this, their festival is incomplete, is the affogato from LaCroix Church. They're going to be setting up
They will be there. Yeah, the LaCroix will be there with Red Banner doing
I'm not saying that's me, but that's probably me. But them and Red Banner, that's awesome.
They've messed up and done that. Now it's expected, right?
Now it's an obligation.
That's right.
No, it's awesome, and it's free. That's just it's just something wonderful that LaCroix and Red Banner come together and make happen.
Yeah, it's become like I said, a staple of the show. Like everyone knows where that shipping container is going to be, and that experience, and the cool people working that area. It's definitely one that my kids look forward to, and I have to say, no more ice cream. Let's cut it down just a little bit.
Well, and if you're at an all-day festival, you need a little booster shot. I mean, that's a great way to do it without just going for some regular old coffee. Why would you do that?
Do it up.
Pshaw. So that, that's another experience that we look forward to. Of course, you've got games and things set up throughout. There's lots of seating. Of course, we bring in your lawn chairs. One thing that I think is cool is you guys put some turf down in front of the stage.
Yeah.
In case you were like, I don't really, feel like hanging out on concrete all day in a parking lot. You belay the turf for them to
It
get
is there.
It's awesome.
And people park on it quickly. So
Mm-hmm.
you get there early and you kind of mark out your
Claim your
HQ
turf
for the
spot.
day. Yeah, you claim your turf for sure.
Yeah.
We're bringing in even more this year, so that spot's going to grow
cool.
a little bit more.
That's awesome.
Converting a parking lot into a festival is one of the biggest challenges of this show, right?
Yeah.
It's to make you feel like, and not just feel like, but give you that experience that's different, that's unique and really special for the weekend. And oddly enough, just a little bit of turf changes things quite a bit.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that green space, albeit, artificial green, it's still a green
It's still
space.
green.
It makes a big difference. Another thing that's fun, of course, is you've got a lot of experiences throughout, a lot of sponsors that will set up their booths. Maybe the kids get a lot of kids' activities that they can do, come in color, get, free little balsa wood airplanes and things like that.
Yep.
A lot of cool experiences for them and a chance for you to meet some local sponsors as well that way.
Yeah, the sponsors, that's another unique part of the fest is that they come out and actually build a branded experience, but an experience for you to come, get to know them, but gain something out of that too.
Yeah,
There's
more
lots
than
of
just a name on a banner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There are a lot of giveaways. There's a lot of interactive things. The Bank of Missouri has their big mobile ATM out there. Different things to interact with. You've got, like you said, Fly CGI. They usually have a cool thing. Kids are usually playing with airplanes, or they're having a paper airplane contest, or giving away flights or different things. They're always out there. Luggage, I think they gave away last year.
Yeah, they give away some cool stuff.
And like you mentioned, LaCroix always, showing up with the big show.
Yeah.
St. Francis always shows up with that water trailer and
That
keeps
water
everyone
trailer is
hydrated throughout the
essential
weekend.
too, yeah.
Huge.
Yeah, it's important. Kids, you need to hydrate, and we don't. When it's late September, it may not be. Hopefully, we have weather about like we got this
This would
week.
be perfect.
Chef's
Perfect.
kiss for tomorrow and Thursday especially. But it's a beautiful week. I hope we don't talk about rain, but it's a rain or shine event. We've had some sprinkles in the past, and we've lived through them and rocked out and made memories regardless of that. So.
Yeah, that's the one word we don't say, but in the instance that it happens, we just keep on rolling. As long
I will
as it's
guarantee
safe.
no snow. I will personally guarantee.
I appreciate that.
No snow
Yeah.
for Shipyard this year.
We'll take a year like last year, which was absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
We'll go back to that again.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and it's going to be a blast. There's a lot of things involved. There's a lot of a lot of wheels turning and experiences to be had. Biggest thing is get your tickets early. Shipyardfest.com. Go grab your tickets now. Kids 10 and under get in free with an adult.
Yeah.
And that was a booster shot for us, It's like, hey, let's take the kids. We don't have to spend that much money, Kids may not dig the music as much. Maybe they're more there for the experiences, but you get to, bring them all in, have a great time. It's not an expensive festival regardless anyway. I think it's a great deal.
It's a little underpriced, probably, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the volunteers are so critical when it comes to Shipyard Festival. But it's a great deal. And it's going to be a fun weekend to do it. Volunteers, I say that jokingly, volunteers are critical to the festival. I know that, you guys bring in volunteers, and there's perks for them. They score a T-shirt.
Yeah.
They get a pass to the event to hang out after their time's over with. But I'm assuming, you've got all the volunteers you need.
It's never too late to volunteer. If you want to volunteer, go hit us up right now, and we will get you a shirt and a ticket, and you can come party with us. Our volunteers, they work like a 2 or 3 hour shift.
Yeah,
and then
it's
they're in
low
for the
key.
whole weekend for free. So volunteers and not just the volunteers. There's just a massive crew of people that make this thing possible. From working with the police and working with the casino and working with vendors and security and all these people. It's just
wrangling bands and setting stages and swapping this out. And
it
that
really
out.
is like the most gratifying part of this is just seeing this army of people come together for a day and a half of something really special. Couldn't do it without the volunteers, the sponsors, everyone you guys that make this possible too, and help us spread the word.
That's it.
That's what's really important for the show is to continue to share it. Like you've been to the show and you loved it. That's how we grow. Is that you loved it, so you bring 4 buddies next year.
Yep, exactly. And we hope you'll bring your 400 buddies to the show this year because it will be an exciting event. I will be there 100% for sure. I may even have bonus family there this year because of other situations. So I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Shipyard Music Festival. I know Jeff is as well, along with the rest of the cast and crew. Go to shipyardfest.com. Get your tickets, meet the bands, learn about the foods and drinks, and, show some love to the sponsors and partners and stuff while you're there, too. Catch all that good stuff. Ground zero is shipyardfest.com. And don't sleep on getting your tickets for that Scout Hall kickoff show on the 16th with Maggie Rose.
Yeah, that's going to be big. That's something new for this year, right?
Yep.
Doing something before and then after. I don't think we mentioned that Sunday after Shipyard.
Yeah, that's right.
We have a new nonprofit partner, Southside Farms, for this year, and they're having a brunch on Sunday after Shipyard. One of the Shipyard Act Seratones will be there doing an acoustic set at their brunch, so support those guys too.
So really it's a weekend of bonus music just before Shipyard even shows up.
Exactly. So trying to keep on growing this footprint throughout the week. Get your ticket. A portion of that ticket goes to Southside Farms, supporting them this year too. So
that's awesome.
Hook those guys up.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, Jeff, thanks for coming in, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Any last minute inside tips you want to give to anybody who maybe this is their first Shipyard, or here's something that you may not know because you haven't been before, but think about this ahead of time tips?
The biggest thing that we hear is people like, oh, this is a real thing. Like, they show up and it's a real production, right? These are real big stages with real touring acts, and they're like, oh, we didn't know it would be like to this level. So,
prepare yourself for greatness.
Keep your expectations high, because we're going to try to hit them, right? We're going to try to meet that. But no, it's you can bring a chair. We have food and drinks available. Excuse me, all day. So don't worry about bringing any coolers or anything in. We got you covered for the weekend. Kids are 10 and under free. That's a massive
Are VIPs
thing.
sold out?
VIP is sold out.
Okay,
yeah.
I thought so. So that's why I didn't brought it up. But I want to make sure
they are sold out. So thank you everyone for selling out our VIP area. That's really cool.
It is outside.
And then really the thing that people are also surprised about is that one ticket, $40, covers you for the full weekend. Like you get a wristband and you're in for the weekend. So one ticket, 2 days, that covers you all weekend long.
Most of the vendors will take plastic. I think all the vendors probably take plastic as far as food and stuff goes.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
And then Century Casino, like these people, God, that team is incredible to help us make this thing happen. So support them too. Go in and say hi to them. Because they do a lot behind the scenes that nobody knows they're doing, of taking care of these bands and taking care of the grounds and really making this. They make this event possible logistically.
Cool stuff, Jeff. I appreciate you coming in today, man.
Man, thanks for having me, always.
Shipyard Music Festival, September 22nd and 23rd in downtown Cape on the Century Casino grounds. Grab your tickets at shipyardfest.com and get them now. We'll see you there at the Shipyard Music Festival. For Jeff Rawson, this is Darren Bergfeld with another Humans in Tune segment. We'll have another one very soon. You can always keep tabs right here on 93.9 Mike FM's Facebook page and listen on air as well. Have a great week. Be a nice human. We'll see you at Shipyard, baby.
Thanks for catching this Humans in Tune conversation with 93.9 Mike FM. Find previous interviews on our Facebook page, or you can listen via our podcast at 93.9mikefm.com.